All right, so now let's talk about thermostats. At General Heating, we are currently using Honeywell's T series of thermostats. We have three options that our customers can choose from. We're going to start off here at the entry-level option, and this is Honeywell's T6 Pro. It's what they refer to as a non-connected thermostat. And what that means is that it does not have the ability to connect to the internet. It's just a standard thermostat. It is programmable or non-programmable. It will run any equipment that we sell. So it has up to 3 stages of heat pump heat, up to 2 stages of heat pump cooling, or 2 stages for a conventional system. But it is a non-connected thermostat, all push buttons, so it's not touchscreen. It just has push buttons for anything that we want to do. So 4 buttons along the bottom, and then a plus and minus here for temperature adjustment. The next one that we have is Honeywell's T6 Smart, they call it. And let's see if we can get that light to come on. There we go. So the T6 Smart, it is a connected thermostat, which means it can connect to the internet over Wi-Fi. And so that's a straight Wi-Fi connection thermostat. Also like the T6 Pro, 3 stages heat, 2-stage cool heat pump, or 2-stage heat and cool for a conventional system. Also has the ability to be programmable or non-programmable depending on the customer's option. And then finally we have the T10, and this is Honeywell's premier T-series thermostat, fully connected thermostat that we can connect to Wi-Fi, programmable, non-programmable, same staging as the other 3. So any of these thermostats will operate any system that we sell. The one thing that the T10 has that is different than the other 2 is that it has the ability to use wireless sensors. So these are just battery operated sensors that we can put anywhere throughout the house, multiples of those throughout the house if we want to. And this can help operate your system in several ways. If you have trouble areas, you can put a sensor and you can read that sensor and you can give that priority. You can also, something else about these sensors, I'm just going to pull it down here and look at it again. They have a motion detection, a motion sensor in these sensors. And what that will do is that you can set the thermostat to give priority to the area or the zone where it saw the last activity. So if you are moving around your house, you can have a sensor in every room, and you can set those to say, control the temperature to where I am. And so it's going to see where you were last, and it's going to control the temperature in that zone. And so that's a big step forward on thermostats. Nobody else has that right now. So a really good feature on that T10. You can also schedule different zones. Say if you had a sensor in your living room and you had a sensor in your bedroom, you could schedule the priority to say that you want to control the temperature in your bedroom starting at 10 o'clock at night. So very versatile thermostat. No batteries in this one. This one is, the T10 is completely controlled off the furnace power. The T6 series, the Pro and the Smart thermostat, both of those have batteries. And if you lose power, it's going to retain all of its programming and time. That is a problem with the T10, if we want to call it a problem. If it is not connected to the internet and it loses power, it loses its time. And so you have to go back in and set the time again. We've had that complaint from several customers. But if you connect it to the Wi-Fi, then it's always going to go out and find the correct date and time. But without Wi-Fi, that's something that when it loses power, since it does not have a battery backup, you'll lose that. A feature that I really like about the T series of thermostats, one of the reasons that I chose to go with the T series, is that any of these thermostats will mount on the same wiring subbase, which means that they are very easy to transition from one thermostat to the other. Say if you initially chose to purchase the T6 thermostat and you decided that, hey, I want to upgrade that to the T6 Pro Wi-Fi. There we go. You have one. So that's true across the line. They all use this same, I can't remember exactly what Honeywell calls it. They're MWP, but it's basically their wall plate for where you mount your wiring. And so once it's wired up, you can take one thermostat and connect it to any of the others. And so very easy to upgrade.